Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you some of the tips for college students to study most of these courses that you are gonna take in college. If you are new students or you are already if you've been in college for a few years and you still struggle with a lot of classes that you are taking and you don't have any one to ask for help you even don't have the right amount of time to go to the tutoring center or seeking out for help from your professor. And and I hope that these tips from this video will be really helpful for you, even no matter if you study for college classes or even study something online or just uh, for the purpose of gaining new knowledge or something. And yeah, I'm gonna help you with this video by giving you some information from some of the notes that have been written down a long time ago when I just began my college journey. So uh, I hope you enjoyed this video. So this is the document that I wrote a long time ago, and I remember back in the day I tried to go online and searching for information from a lot of websites, and I also asked some tools like AI tools to give me some of the tips for study better. And although I didn't write down all of the links or URLs or websites or the tools that I used back then in this document, but I hope it still be helpful somehow. So let's begin with the first tip. So the first rule is please create a study schedule. Okay. Uh, Plan your study sessions in advance and allocate specific time slots for each subject or topic. Follow the schedule consistently to establish a routine and make the most of your study time. So, as someone who wants to study something, of course, you're gonna have to schedule a specific amount of time to study something. Okay, whether it is whether it is 1 to 2 hours, uh, whether it is 1 or 2 hours to studying for a specific topics and then review or write notes and try to read repeatedly or try to speak out loud until you remember all the things. Uh, no matter what you're doing during those 1 hours, please try to focus as much as you can. Sit down to study, or you can even just lie down to study, and try to focus a lot. Don't let anything distract you. Okay, and if you can, write out all of the plans that you have inside your mind. Uh, and the reason that you should do something like that is that it's really easy to forget all of the ideas that you have in your mind uh, without writing them down. So let's say I think about, or if today I'm gonna try to if today I'm gonna try to write an essay, for example, then I may think about what kind of essay that I need uh, uh, to follow the prompts that which help me uh, uh, find out more information from any source, like from any books from the library or any resources online from the college library or university's library, or even some YouTube video that I found really helpful somehow. Yeah, I'm gonna write down all of the helpful resources into my plan to in order to be, sorry, before I begin to study something. So and then after that, I may write more something like the uh, the outline for the essay or the steps to write the introduction, the body part, the including the conclusion part, and uh, and then I'm gonna think about all of the examples that I think will be helpful to put into my essay. and I'm gonna write out something more like would be helpful if I still try to get help from someone to review or revision my essay as many times as I want to make it better. Something, yeah, you can write some plan, uh, like I mentioned, or you can write a different plan to study other subjects for other courses. But please be specific, okay? Don't just write something that like I'm gonna spend 1 hour to study and then that's it. No, that is not gonna helpful because anyone can write a plan like that, and it's not gonna help you to finish anything. So if you write a plan, please be helpful. Okay, back. Okay, the second step, find a suitable study environment. Okay, uh, quiet and well-lit area where you can focus without distractions. Make sure you have all the necessary materials and resources readily available. Okay, so with people like me, I I can be able to study at home or even go to a coffee shop or even go to the school's library to study or even go to the public library uh, in my neighborhood to study. It's not a really big deal, but notice that in different environments you may encounter some problems like hidden problems. For example, if you go to a coffee shop, some sometimes you may encounter some people who talk about something that you don't want to hear, like politics or some of their relationships issues or something like some fucking shit that you don't want to hear in the first place, but you still want to try to focus as much as you can. And a situation like that, please uh, be focused 100% for me. Okay, don't get distracted. It's easier said than in situation like that. But if you want to have a tip for preventing some noise, you can buy something that helps you prevent noise, like some noise cancellation devices. You can buy those devices on Amazon or eBay, any market, any supermarkets. You can find out those things. Actually, my airport here is not actually noise cancellation, but when you wear an earpod, when you are wearing an earbuds like this in any place, people is gonna assume that you may not hear anything that they said, and sometimes it might be a good thing to behave like that so that you can gain new gain new knowledge from someone in your school's library too. Like, or you sitting in like you're sitting in front of a desktop computer in your public in a library, and next to you are someone who are trying to talk about some things related to some of the class that you are taking, or some of the uh, tips, some of the tips to navigate to survive college or something. Yeah, it will be helpful in some situation like that. Gaining knowledge, uh, and but I know that some people are not really that how can I say, like some people are really easy to get distracted by something. So for those of you who have issues like that, be just make yourself be in some place that you cannot see anyone and coming and out, moving around you. Uh, you can decide to be at home to study, or you can go to the library to find some isolated space that there's only you here. Sorry, there's only you there to study, and there's no one else out there to distract you. Uh, and and if you are too busy and school is the only place uh, that you can be to study, then I would recommend that you find some noise cancellation and find some isolated spots in your college to sit down and study. That's the only option, Even with some of my friends, I remember they said something like, if I'm at home, it's really easy for me to get distracted." Yeah, I remember they said something like that because, man, when you're at home, there's TV, there's computer. Uh, there's your parents. There's your even your pets or your relatives, your siblings, brothers, sisters, and they can make you get distracted somehow. So yeah, uh, depends on who you are and what kind of environments that can be helpful for you to study. Just take advantage of it. Okay. Okay. Next, set clear goals. Define your study goals for each section or study period. Having specific objectives will give you a sense of direction and motivate you to stay focused. So with this kind of tip, just want to say that let's say that you have a goal of getting an A in any class, then that may be a big goal. Okay, you get an A when you finish the class, not today. Okay, so let's say something like this. Let, let imagine you are just starting a class today, and your class is gonna finish in around 4 months. Let's say a goal to get an A for the class. That is a big goal. So in order to achieve a big goal, you need to have some small specific goal, like you have to spend at least 2 to 6 hours each week to study for that class, to finish all of the assignments, to come to talk with your professors, to seek for help from a tutors, or to collaborate with some friends to get help or create any projects, or to create any presentation or something, or even get help from your friends. Yeah, set a specific goal and write out your goal too, please. That's the only way that can help you achieve your big goal. Or let's say that you want to gain more weight by working out, right? Or you want to lose more weight to by working out, go to the gym. Or then please set a big goal with some specific small goals too. Like you want to uh, uh, you want to gain like 2 or 5 pounds per month. Then it's gonna be your big goals, right? So when you write out your small specific goals, you may write something like you're gonna go to the gym 2 or 3 days per week. You're gonna eat more, like more carbohydrates or more proteins, a little bit a little bit more, and you're gonna have more sleeps. So, like usually you just have 5 to 6 hours of sleep. If you want to gain weight, then you need to sleep like 7 to 8 hours each week, something like that. And yeah, if you have a goal to gain more weight, losing weight, please write out some small specific goals too, and that will be really helpful for you guys. So that's pretty much it for the specific goal. Set clear goals. All right. Okay. Uh, break it down. So on this specific tip, I think I'm not gonna need to talk a lot about it because I'm already talked about I separated your plans and goals in these tips and these specific tips. So I think that you actually get the idea now. So I'm just gonna speak out loud these specific tips for you guys to practice listening. If any of you guys are still studying English, so break your study material into smaller, manageable chunks. This helps prevent overwhelm and makes it easier to grasp and retain information. Focus on one topic at a time before moving on to the next. Okay, so uh, one thing I'm gonna want you to know is that when you study something, let's say you read a page of a book, and you figure out that the total amount of the time that you must spend to study until you remember everything from that page can take you like 1 or 2 hours, then please break it down into smaller parts so that you can study each part in the right amount of time and be consistent with your plans, like day by day until you can actually remember all of those informations. Okay, like let's say there's 4 parts, like 4 paragraphs in a page that you need to study, right? In case you want to remember all of those 4 paragraphs, you can break it down. Like the first part is the first 30 minutes you sit down to study. The first 30 minutes. The second is the next 30 minutes. The third is the next 30 minutes, or even on the next day if you don't have enough times to study. Don't worry too much on how to study a lot of things in this short amount of time. Okay, at the end of the day, you're just human, and uh, and let me be honest, you can't force yourself to study a lot or work a lot uh, until you really exhausted. I'm talking about the long run. I'm not talking about the short run. Okay, if today you sit down to study like more than 12 hours a day, let's say you can do it right now. I'm gonna ask you this question: can you be able to do it for 60 years? I'm not sure, man. And with some people, they're too busy, and when they go to college, they just set their goals to have 1 or 2 hours to study every day. And within 1 or 2 hours, if you ask them to study a whole big chapter of a book each day, then you already failed them in the first place. You know, I know there are a lot of the things about the education in college in the United States is really crazy. It forces people to study a lot in the short amount of time. I'm not sure that everyone in this country can be really smart to remember a lot of things in a short time like that. But for people like me, an immigrant, right, it's really hard for me to remember a lot of information in a short time. So most of all, back in my college experience, I just study as hard as I can to finish all of the assignments. And to be honest, I don't actually remember a lot because there's a language barrier and it's always hold me back somehow. So if you are someone who are an immigrant or who try to study something in English, uh, one thing that I just want you to know is that please study hard and day by day, okay? And until you actually remember something, don't push yourself too hard because there's something is gonna hold you back somehow in the real world, you know. So if you are really smart, you should not watch my video, you know, okay? This video is not for people who are really smart and don't even need any of those tips. So yeah, that's pretty much something I want you to know for this particular tips. So that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you guys for watching my video, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos, and stay tuned for the next video.